So it is June 19th, 2021, and I guess technically this is day one of becoming a flower farmer. And we'll look and see, let's see, what all did we start today? All right, we have sunflowers and frosted explosion grass. And we've got zinnias, cosmos, marigolds, and I don't remember. Zinnias, all the zinnias, and basil. I think that's everything. This is my first time using a little soil blocker doodad, and that's what it looks like, and it hurts my hand a lot. So I'm gonna try to get my son to put some cushioning right here and maybe do something with these sharp edges, because it wasn't pleasant. It was fairly simple and it saves a lot of space, but there's quite a learning curve. Okay, today is, wait a minute, what day is it? I should have looked at the calendar before I started recording. Today is June 24th. This is my heat mat from Haas Tools. This was actually the best price when looking and comparing prices. This one is the, I don't know, something by 4 feet or something like that long, and so it fits fully on this big shelf. And you will see, sorry for making you dizzy, what do we got here? Here we have a couple of varieties of marigolds, and you see the seed shell is still sticking on them a little bit, so I'm going to help those out in just a minute. But I wanted to show y'all, I moved this stuff down off of the heat mat. So it's been how many days? What day was it? I don't know how many days ago it was when I first showed y'all, when I put all of these seeds in this tray and did the seed blocking. It's not been very many days. All but like 2 sunflowers came up, and most of them were stuck in their shell too, so I just had to moisten them and help them out a little bit. I don't know what that was about. My frosted explosion grass hasn't come up yet, but I'm hoping by putting the light on it really low, it will help it to pop up. And then the same thing with my azuratum. This one is empty because when I started this, I wasn't looking at the frosted explosion grass needed to be in bigger blocks. So it went in the tray with my sunflowers. So I haven't put anything in here. And of course I should have thought ahead and stuck some more seeds in there, but y'all know, I'm doing the best I can. And back there we have, what is that back there? I can't see what are you sticking to the wall. Okay. So back there are a bunch of varieties of cosmos, and then the azuratum, teeny tiny babies. And look at my little basils. And then, whoa, hey, zinnias. And I need to help them out of their little shells too. I wasn't sure. I would have thought that it had to do with the seed blocks, because you want them to dry out over 24 hours. But then it happened with the sunflowers too, so I don't know what that was about. The heat mat? I don't know. And what are you? I'm not sure about the celosia. Let me back up. So I put my lights really low, as close to them as I could get them. It's kind of wonky, to just keep them going. Let's see. So these were started on a Saturday, and today is a Wednesday. So next Saturday I will start, or this coming Saturday, I will start more sunflowers. I'm starting 50-ish sunflowers a week, because that's how many seeds I have to start some every week through the rest of what's left of my season. And then I moved what's living in here, I moved it on down. And then this, I had some cosmos that I started outside that were growing, and I saw where somebody was talking about pinching their cosmos and rooting they're pinching. So why not try and see if I can get more cosmos out of the pinched parts. And that's today's update for what I've got currently going on. Hey y'all, it's Molly with Minnie Acres, and I am about to plant my first flower bed. So y'all will see this video probably before you see the before and after video of all of the work that I was doing over in the other garden, like weeding, doing some major pruning and stuff. But this weekend, like today is July 5th, so it's Monday and I have the day off from work, and it's been raining all weekend. So been trying to work in between rainstorms. It's not thundering and lightning. I don't know if it starts sprinkling again. I'm gonna have to like cover up my phone. But I think we've got a good enough break that I can go ahead and get a little work done out here. So here's what we're doing today. So I have this netting. This is one of the things that I got from Lisa Mason Ziegler's website. And the netting is for supporting your flowers so they don't fall over. And especially because of the fact that we get hurricanes and tropical storms and things, so we get a lot of wind. It's to help keep your sunflowers and things from falling over. And one of the things that she recommends in the multitude of videos that I've watched is laying the netting out so that you can space your plants. You can see like how far apart they're supposed to be. The holes in the net are 6 inches wide, and I'm planting my sunflowers and zinnias and stuff. For the most part, everything's going to be planted 6 inches apart. And so I'm going to lay the net out, and if I pitch an absolute royal fit, I might delete that part. But if I only pitch a little fit while I'm trying to get this rolled out, then, you know, I'll keep that in the video, because I mean, that's just how I roll. But anyway, so we're going to roll this net out, and then I'm going to show you all my plants. It's been 2 weeks since the first time I planted any seeds for this garden, and I've planted more sunflowers. I've got 3 trays of sunflowers now, but 1 needs to get planted. Plus, even my zinnias and basil and stuff, they're really looking kind of sad under the lights inside, so I'm just going to go ahead and move them out, even though they may or may not be big enough. You're supposed to plant things out when they're 3 to 5 inches tall, something around there, and they are kind of close, but I was really hoping, are you kidding me? I was really hoping that they would be a little bit bigger before I planted them out, but I've got to get them out. I've got to make room, and now's as good a time as any just to go for it, right? I got to get this dog out of this bed because apparently he likes the fertilizer that I just put out. I used Dr. Earth's organic fertilizer because it's what I already had. So let's go. All right, so this is 36 inches wide by 50 feet long. And my bed is 30 inches wide by more than 50 feet long. So we're going to see how far we get starting right here. I have no idea when the camera got knocked over by the dog because the cat came in here. Anyway, I didn't pitch any fits. That was actually really easy to unroll, and now I'm not so sure that my bed is actually only 30 inches wide. Either that or it's just wonky. You're supposed to use stakes like I think it's like every 8 feet to make it really nice and taut so that the plants can grow up through, and it's got to be like 18 to 20 inches ish, mostly because of the fact that I'm going to have more than one kind of flower in this row. And so instead of having it the exact length for one flower, it's sort of going to be in the middle of what's fine for many flowers. And that makes sense. We're in the first time. We're just trying this out. We're going to learn together. All right, let me go get my flowers. All right, here we go. These are the sunflowers I'm about to start. There's 4 varieties. 12 of each variety. I believe a couple might not have germinated though, so I might have, we'll just say I have at least 10 of each variety because the germination rate was really good. The frosted explosion grass, it doesn't look so hot, so I don't think I'm going to transplant it out yet. I might pot it and keep it inside for a little while and see what happens. Here's the zinnias. Can you see how they were starting to turn a little brown? I don't know why the leaves were turning brown. I was watering them like Lisa said to water them. They were under the lights. Maybe I got the lights too close, but they really weren't that close. The celosia is pretty small, but I think I'm still going to go ahead and move it out, just take out the best plants. And then the celosia that I got from Jules, if you want to check out Jules' gardening channel, I restarted some more a couple days ago, or maybe that was last week. I don't know, but just because I didn't have as great of germination, and then more germinated. Same thing with these marigolds, like those antique marigolds. Pretty sure those are some that I got from my last seed swap, and I started some a couple days ago because I think I forgot that I had started those. More marigolds. That is celosia. Oh, no. That is cosmos that I pruned before they had started flowering. Somebody had said that you could, that you wanted to, what is it when you pinch? I pinched them when the plants were about 12 inches tall, and they said you could save the pinchings and they will root, and they did. So I'm going to plant those and see what happens. And then I've got my basil. See, those are also a little bit brown tipped. Again, not really sure. The same thing with the rest of these other cosmos. The germination was kind of eh. So we'll see how much space I have. And that ageratum, it's so tiny, I'm not sure if I should plant that out yet. But I'm not sure how much space, because I've got, 50 feet today that I wanted to get planted. So we'll see how far I get. Obviously, I'll come back and show y'all after I get everything planted. All of this down that row. We'll see how that goes. And I am going to, in the meantime, while I'm working, watch some of my friends' YouTube channels. So I'll see you in a hot minute. I don't know how long it's been, but the sun just came out. And now I can't even tell if I'm in frame. But let's take a look at what I got done. I'm really excited and really nervous. Alright, this is the ageratum and this is the frosted explosion grass that I'm waiting. I'm going to just take them inside and let them stay inside and get a little bit bigger before we move them out. But do you love it? Okay. Of course there's an airplane going over. Whatever. So we've got sunflowers. And you see how I used some stakes to hold the netting up. And hopefully that's not going to fall apart. And then we move down here to zinnias. And I'm going to show y'all a really fancy pants labeling system that I've got going on. I'm just waiting for my garden marker to get here. You're going to love it. It's so fancy. And then we have basil. I'm kind of nervous that the basil are really tiny, but maybe everybody will be okay. And then marigolds, which I broke some when I was transplanting them. They don't like to be transplanted, and I don't know if it's because they're so tiny, but maybe I should just start some more. We'll see. Those cosmos that I rooted, fantastic. The roots look great. I hope they're happy. And then these teensy-tiny little cosmos all along the way. And then we move into celosia, which is really, 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 really tiny. And so I'm really kind of nervous about it. And then I really need to pull the rest of those weeds and do something about that so that this will be ready for me to transplant more stuff like next week or this coming weekend pretty soon. So that's that. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm melting. Probably 100 fire ant bites because the ants are out here where they always, like, they're everywhere. So they were crawling on me. Honestly, I probably didn't get as many as I could have. But I'm nervous that the ants are going to eat these plants. I'm nervous that there's going to be other bugs and critters. I'm nervous that it's going to rain again and wash them away. Even though I have really no evidence of those beds washing when we've had a lot of rain. I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous and excited. Woohoo! Oh, one last thing. I have already also spent another $100. Shut up. Don't judge me. And then my mom. What had happened was is Lisa Mason Ziegler, who is apparently going to be my like idol, and I'm always going to say her name. They had a sale. It was like a 20% off sale, so I went ahead and ordered stuff that I was going to order at the end of this month anyway, which is stuff that you condition your flowers with when you cut them. I was waiting to order it till closer to when I needed it and sort of to break out my, expenses, but it was, it was fine. So I ordered that. I don't remember the other thing I ordered. So it'll be like Christmas whenever it comes. Anyway, that's it. So I have spent a little bit more money already, and that's obviously probably just completely to be expected. So I'm going to leave you with one final look at the transplants, and we're all going to say a little prayer, speak words of affirmations and hope and wisdom and all of that stuff over these plants, that they will thrive and not die. Grow, little babies, grow. I cannot wait to keep showing y'all the progress. Like I said, today is July 5th. And the sunflowers, I should start being able to harvest sunflowers like September 1st if I did my calculations right. Next week another batch will go out. I'll be planting out about 50-ish sunflowers a week for 8 weeks, I think was what my brain worked out according to how many seeds I have, and trying to stretch the season through having flowers the whole months of September and October, because like our first frost is November 1st. That was my plan. We'll see how it goes. Hey y'all, so it's Tuesday, July 6th, and I thought I was through showing y'all my newly planted beds, but it has been raining this morning, and I was worried about my plants all last night, because I was like, what if it rains? What if we get like 3 inches of rain in an hour and all my baby plants wash away? So, one last check. I'm just gonna go take a quick little peek and just see how they're doing. Okay, just looking through the gate. Everybody looks okay. It's still sprinkling. Hello, good morning. Everybody okay? Not bad. Probably drizzly rain is a great time to plant it, everybody. If you know that it's going to be cloudy and just barely rainy. I did not water these guys yesterday because it had been raining and the ground was soaking wet, and it's feeling squishy right now. So maybe it was good for them. Maybe they're okay. I don't know. They're tiny. These guys are tiny. My celosia are tiny, but they seem happy. So we're going to call that a win. We're going to hope for the best. I think we've seen most of the rain we're going to see for today anyway. If they can get nice and established, then I'm not as worried about them washing away or drowning or anything like that. And I'm hoping that my raised bed, it's not very raised, it's a little raised, but that it's just enough that the rain runs around the bed and not through the bed. Let's look at this. Yeah, that's how much rain we got last night, this morning. And that's been pretty much almost daily for like 5 days maybe. I feel better and I can move on with my day knowing that they survived. They look good for now. I'll check on them again this afternoon and every hour after that. And yeah, so that is the current status of the brand new flower farming flower bed. See y'all later.